Gemini, welcome to your 3-month overview. That is April, May, and June. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Let's jump on into it, starting with that top line. So, the months are laid out in accordance to the power number associated to the power card, such as 4, April, the Emperor; 5, May, the Hierophant; 6, June, the Lovers. You. And this time, I'm adding to the board a direct placement for the Sun. I want a better understanding of what we understand makes us happy. What does it look like? Is it shaping up? That kind of thing. Of course, the Tower. Anything that is unexpected or untowards we should be made aware of. And then Judgment. Any decisions that are imperative, coming from within us, outside of us, lessons learned, spiritual stuff, that kind of thing. Let's jump on into it. Show me. Show me. Gemini in April. Show me. Show me Gemini in April, please. Show me Gemini in April. Show me Gemini in April. What's going on? What's going on, please, for Gemini in April? Queen of Wands for some of you. 10 of Pentacles. Getting really confident about our foundational stuff. Feeling good. Looking good. Show me Gemini in April. Take what resonates, leave it does not, but do keep in mind this is future oriented. It's meant to be. So for those folks who are like, I don't know what you're talking about, well, it hasn't come to pass yet. That's it. Nine of Swords. We got some stress here. The Empress, King of Wands. Somebody who's very, very important to us. It's kind of stressing us out a little bit, yeah. We got some anxieties here, fears of the mind about a connection. There's someone here who represents that Empress energy and someone here who represents that King of Wands. Okay, both are beautiful. One is fiery, passionate, turned on, intense, right? A lot of feelings about someone in particular. And then the Empress, this is someone in particular. It's either you or you're the King of Wands. I don't know who is who. That's for you to say. I might see more upon clarification. I don't know. But the Empress has a lot of beautiful, upstanding energy. This is someone of a great deal of worth and value attached to them, as well as beauty, high productivity, maternal energy, unconditional love, all that good stuff, all good standing. And then we got a King of Wands who has that lovely intensity as we discussed, and somewhere between you two is a mess of frustration and anxieties. Oh dear. Can I get more on this, please? In April, we have sincerity here. We do. We have a certain intensity, too. It's kind of like, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. But what's between you two is anxiety, frustration, difficult communication. But it's important. This person is important to us, regardless of who is who here. You know, a certain level of importance to the both of you. The Lovers, King of Pentacles, Sun. Yeah, that's why it's so important. Okay. So, we're feeling very intense about this energy. You've already showed me part of your Sun is attached to this person/situation. One of you is kind of more that King of Pentacles energy, practical, grounded, level-headed, productive. And one of you is, I feel that those two kings are the same. I think someone has that very strong sense of homestead energy. This is my life. This is how I have built it. But they have a certain intensity that gets translated to whoever that Empress is. Okay? This is how they feel, I believe, towards that particular Empress. And it's a very strong soul connection here. You're here, showing up. Okay? So I'm starting to translate that King of Pentacles as you. And you have a very strong, intense connection with somebody who represents that Empress. Okay. And the Sun's out. The Sun is out. There is warmth between you two. Very much so. You both share principles of happiness and each other's energy. That says it is resplendent. It is bright. It is beautiful. Oh, it's natural too. It's not faked. It's not forced. You can't force the Sun. It either is or it isn't. Someone's energy either generates that level of happiness or they don't. Okay. And what's being emphasized here is that there is stress between you two on a mental level, likely on a communicative level. But given the energy packed between you two, it's like this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And also, P.S., I don't want it to. Very strong, very strong, very strong. And I think quite simply how you react to it is beautiful. And it provokes some very lovely, strong characteristics in you. It's like this is very much a part of my life. I feel it. I feel it on a spirit. Some of you do fear it. Okay. I feel it on a spiritual level. And as we know, it might have been a while since I've last said this about the Lovers, your power card, of course. It is a multi-layered bonding system, which means it's complicated by default. It brings out the best in us, and it can bring out the worst in us. It's meant to be our challenge in this life, to bring out our best selves. And in this spiritual connection, you actually get some really strong qualities out of you. It feels warm, it feels natural, it feels right. It does feel loving. It does. It feels loving to you. And there's something about the security of that you know is with you at all times. It feels right. Very much so. Okay, that's a hell of a lot of energy just on that opening. And we're feeling this particularly strong in early spring. This is obviously carryover. This isn't just being generated as of April 1st. This is carrying over from previous months, obviously. That's just way too much for it to be like, okay, it's here April 1st. Yay, look at all this. It's not like that. No, it's definitely carryover. That's not random. This happened over time. Can you just imagine, like, you walk into some place, like you go to your local library. Hi, my name's Christina. I'm a dork, and I frequently attend my local library, as you should too. Support your local library. And it's like, it's April 1st, and I'm like, ooh, you! Hell yes! You and me, babe. It's not like that. So this is obviously a flow through from previous energy, previous months. This is energy that was built up over time through appreciation and value and all that good stuff. So this is very strong characteristics in the spiritual realm as in also the real world too. So you both are showing me a lot of upward division energy between you two, and we connect with it very strongly, and it provokes in us warmth. Lots of warmth. And I really feel, honey, you're showing me two parts of you. There's this King of Pentacles, and I think that King of Wands, I think they both represent you. I do. It just feels that way. It just feels that way. This connection makes you feel very powerful things. It's like slipping into a warm bath, you know? But there's stress. There's stress. But given this level of connectivity, it's a stress we want to work through. Okay? I don't know if I'll get any more specifics, but whew, we are feeling this quite strongly in April. I am seeing that Nine of Swords is attached to the Empress. But you're showing me resolve despite that. Because there's a certain level of confidence here I can't begin to describe or nail down. It's kind of like saying, yeah, that person's mine. They're mine. And I need them in my life. It's lovely. It's lovely. All right, well, we might see what's rocking their boat later. We'll see. We'll see. Well, show me May. And you seem to be happy with it, despite whatever frustrations there may be. Show me May. Show me May, please. For yes. There's some frustration surrounding some of you. Show me. Show me May. Show me May for Gemini, please. Show me May. Show me May for Gemini. Show me May for Gemini. Show me May for Gemini. Temperance, Nine of Cups, the Hermit. Goodness me. Whoa. You are on a healing journey, my friend. Very much so. Wow. Temperance, the Hermit. Those are the two major players in healing in tarot. Those are the big guns. The both of them. Woo! Those are the big guns. Those are the big guns in tarot. You didn't just pull one, you pulled two. Wow. It was a long time coming. There's something about May where you personally, and this is individual, where you feel really good about you, and I'm happy to see that. That's a lot of big guns, though, in healing. I'm glad to see that you are doing so well, and I'm glad to see that you are feeling so much better. More so as we enter your birth season, which, of course, is late May to late June. Even though you are associated with June, that's just how it works, because it's fun. On the calendars. Don't you wish it was one sign, 1 month? No, it's got to be late month to late month. It confuses everybody. I know. That's how it be. So, in May, you're rocking. In that respect of you feel pretty darn good about you, as you should. It looks like you've come a long way in regards to healing and what makes you happy, specifically what makes you, Gemini, happy. But all that healing is not incidental. I'm very curious about this. What was the goal in healing? It could be in conjunction with this energy. I don't know. But that's a lot of healing, and it would suggest the work of two people. And if that's the case, you seem to be pleased by the results. Show me. What else is going on in May, please? How does it tie to the healing? How does it tie to the healing? It's like I've done... Is it like you're telling me, Christina, I want you to know? Okay. I've done a lot of work. Repairs, reflection, repairs. I have been patient. I have been steady. I have been consistent. You're emphasizing that to me. I have been patient and consistent, That's interesting. I have been very patient and very consistent. What's going on? Page of Swords opening up to Justice, the Eight of Swords. Oh gosh, yeah. You had to, there's some things you had to learn about you. About overthinking. That you've done yourself a disservice by overthinking what was fair and right to you. And it's like you weren't giving yourself enough credit that you could balance. That you could balance with yourself. That you could balance with this situation. It was really hard for you to see it. Really hard for you to see it with the Page of Swords. He's just such a little guy. He's such a little guy, and he can get overwhelmed so quickly. So am I surprised to see that Eight of Swords there? No. Not at all. I mean, to him, it was the impossible task to consolidate some of these heavy concepts, and so it is. So we overthought it, procrastinated, shut things down. There was this insistence not too long ago in you that this, whatever this is, it was impractical. You just could not balance it. Couldn't see how. Could not see how. Shut it down. Right? I didn't know how to balance this shit. It's way too much. It's too huge. And then it turns out you could. And in part of understanding the balance, not just with whatever this is, but understanding that it gave you justice too. It gave you a sense of equilibrium too, that you did right by you. Okay. And that healing these constructs and showing it patience and consistency, you know, not only did you take the class, you aced it. Right? You didn't just take the class on healing, you aced it. You really thought... This is an impossible thing. I can't balance it. I can't even see it. I don't even know where to begin. And look where you are. You're in master healing with yourself and I believe someone else. And it's like he took the master class in healing. And you're stressing to me patience and consistency. And I feel really good. Yeah, because it wasn't just justice for the situation, it was justice for you too. It was something that you needed to work through for yourself in as much as anyone else. And because true balance and healing, of course, begins from within. And so when you started taking active strides in this, showing it patience, healing, consistency, whatever that is to you, and I don't know why I keep coming, that word keeps popping. It keeps popping like a neon sign. Consistency. And you realize not only could you balance the situation, it caused balance within you too. And it was like a bonus. You didn't know you were going to feel that way. And it started out with this massive, overwhelming sense of confusion. It's like, I'm never going to make this shit work. I'm looking at it, and it's just way too far away. This little guy couldn't take it seriously. And I mean, it's not you didn't take the situation seriously. It just seemed, again, like an impossible task. To cut through the confusion, the procrastination, and all the shit we tell ourselves that talks us out of things. I can't do it. I wouldn't even know where to begin. And then, look where you are. You're showing me a phenomenal amount of perseverance, but not just perseverance, honey. It's not like that. It's a subtle persistence. I can do this. I can walk this path. I can heal it. I can show reciprocity, not just towards it, but within me too. And as you continue to do that, you're going to feel more and more like yourself. I don't know that these are related, but given the stress and anxiety that is attached to this person of importance to you, and you're showing me Eight of Swords too, you might have both been inclined to think that there's just a point of tension between you two that was too much to be borne between two people. And it turns out it can be borne. It can be fixed. It can be consolidated. It can be worked through. But you're showing me a phenomenal amount of patience, a willingness to learn, as indicated by the Hermit. So the Hermit, he's not just this really, nice old guy who walks the path. The point of walking the path is to learn. So that means he's responsible for consolidating very heavy knowledge. And that's why he's slow. That's why he's meticulous. And he's also methodical for that reason. But for that very reason, it takes a while to walk the path. And then temperance literally translates to time. Patience. So he's like, this is what I've come to learn through wisdom and years of experience. And temperance is, this is what I have come to feel through patience and time and compassion. Put those two together. Ooh. So when I tell you, it's kind of like you're saying, I did that shit. That's exactly what that means. And look where you started. I don't even know where to begin. Right? I wanted to know what all that energy represented, and you're like, I don't know where to begin. Shut it down. I don't know how to balance it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to make it right. Nah. We got through it in the end. There's quite a bit of jumping points in, honey. You've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You put down like 6 majors just in your top line. Yeah, trust me, this is not starting April 1st. The process began much earlier. So keep on that particular path. It seems to suit you very well. How they were responding, I don't know. But it's enough that it feels like you are healing in this too, because you are. And that you are benefiting from this too, because you are. We're learning a lot of spiritual lessons here, and we're doing a lot of deep internal healing. And it's also so much so that it's coming from outside of you as well. And whomever this is being touched by it too. And it seems like we are resonating with each other. We are cooperating in each other's energies. Okay? We're being respectful. We're being mindful. And all this work is coming from not because you don't want to, but the opposite is true, because you very much want to. So I'm not trying to dig into the past and why at some point you were looking at this and said, this is impossible. I don't know how to fix it. All I can do is look at it and feel helpless. Because that's what that is. I mean, the Page of Swords, he's such a small guy, you guys. I wish people understood that about the Page of Swords. He is associated, unfortunately, with, like, spying, when really he's just this little guy who can't do anything but watch. He is the smallest player in tarot, and he feels the most helpless for that reason. So when you feel that level of helpless, or you think in that level of helplessness, okay, all you can do is watch. And you feel like sometimes that's all you can do. You don't have a voice, that you can't speak up, that you don't know how to fix things. And then we get lost in our head about it and in our feelings. And we shut things down. So I can kind of see where you came from, and you were looking at a situation, and I believe it was this person, where you were looking at it from, this is helpless, I'm helpless in this. And you went from that to total magnificence in the opposite direction, where you were feeling fully empowered, very much so. Your energy is resplendent. You feel very empowered. You are able to speak, you are able to take action, and you are able to learn things at a phenomenal rate. So, honey, you had a hell of a growth spurt. You had a hell of a growth spurt. You went from, there's nothing I can do about this, except look at it and feel fucked up about it, to, I actually have quite a bit of say in this. And I actually have a large part of myself in this, spiritually and otherwise. I do have say, and I can do things. I don't have to, I want to. But a part of you also felt the need, right? With that kind of upper level connectivity, part of you felt that need, which means that situation must have felt that much more helpless to you not too long ago. Am I right? Okay. I don't have micro details, unfortunately. I'm trying to pull them in, but guys, I could spin these two piles alone for hours outwards. That's how not rapid, I don't know how long it took to boil up to this point, but that's how large the energy is between you and someone else. High level importance. So whatever the micro frustrations were mean nothing. It's a drop in the bucket compared to what we're experiencing it now in present day. It feels very present oriented regardless of the April placement. Like I said, this didn't just start April 1st. No. If you are connecting to Scorpio, or if you have Scorpio in your chart, check theirs out. I think I literally said the words upper division energy as well. And that was also a consequence of time built up. What it will lead to in time, I could not say. Let us rejoice in how far we have come. What your two's connection looks like in reality, I could not say. I see what it looks like on the spiritual level. And I see what it looks like in regards to the warmth behind it. There's so much warmth and authenticity and generosity behind it between the two of you. It's very real, it's very authentic, and it's not faked at all. I think you both, at some point in your timelines in the past, crossed the junction where it seemed impossible to the both of you, and it might have gotten overwhelmed and shut down at some point. But where there were problems, we're seeing magnificent solutions. So congratulations to you both. What it will look like in the future, are you going to be together forever? I don't know. But your energy sure as hell is. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care how far apart you two might be. Your energies are like this. Which frustrates the hell out of people. And like, Christina, I want my energy to be like this in physical too. I know. But I know you two are spiritually connected. Heavily so. The proof of it's here. Some of you 17 weeks ago was important. Thereabouts. 17 might be a confirmation number for some of you. You might be seeing 17 a lot. I think 17 is a number associated with divine timing and divine opportunities, critical junctions. something like that. I can't remember them all, honey. It's a wonder I remember what I have for breakfast most days. I envy people who really study astrology, which, by the way, it's a common misconception. They don't go hand in hand. Just because you read tarot does not mean you do astrology, and just because you're into astrology doesn't mean you do tarot. There are common overlapping principles, but I genuinely envy people who are in astrology because the stuff they have to remember. But I think this is already in and of itself. I mean, it took me 20 years to be able to read like this. So it's this is the kind of knowledge that builds up over a lifetime. So baby, you better believe me, Gemini and your complicated self. When I tell you I could really pick this apart for a couple of hours, I could do. But let's get on with it, yeah? Okay, June. And I have to tell you, this is so consequential that it goes well beyond whatever this connection is to you. It actually is overflowing into other areas of your life. Principles of balance and reciprocity, consistency. So it's not just pinging off this, it's now starting to overflow into other areas of your life as it should. It's kind of teaching you that anything's possible. And principles of balance. Don't ever put yourself into a situation that you cannot balance with back, or you understand that someone cannot balance back with you. So some of you, that has become a very critical lesson, and it's starting to open up your eyes in other areas of your life. I have to tell you that because it is coming across heavily as an overflow. All right. Show me in June, please. Show me June. Show me June, show me June, show me June, show me June. Show me June, please, for Gemini. Everybody's been showing me work over the summer. Everybody. Chariot. Queen of Pentacles. The Magician. Wow. Beautiful. That's really beautiful. Your heart's moving very strongly in a direction in June. It feels very comfortable to you. Your heart's telling me it's found a place called home. Very strong. The Magician, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot. It's kind of like you're saying, my heart has found a home, and I want it, and I want more of it. It feels protected. It feels loved and cared for. It feels loved and cared for. In fact, it's so much so that you want more of it. The Magician, I need more of this, I need more of this, I need more of this. I need more of this love. I need more of the quality. I need more of the time, care, and attention. I need more of the personal attention. I need more of the personal affection. And I need to see it in my life on a consistent basis. Everything I'm doing for myself and for love, for the rightness of me. And I need more of those qualities in my life. I need that love to come towards me. I need to see it in my life. I need to see it in my home. I need to feel it in my heart, and I need to feel it every day. And in a consistency that celebrates me the way I am. As I am. Something and someone who loves me just as I am. And I want to give that back to them. I need to see this in my life. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. And so you are. It's beautiful. You're showing me outstanding qualities and principles of self-worth, self-love, what belongs to you. You seem to understand I am worthy of love and being loved, and I'm worthy of giving that same love and worth to someone else. You're telling me you need more of this. I need more. I need to feel the security of this love in my life at all times, for myself and for someone else. We want somebody's love exclusively. We want them to touch it with us, to just feel it naturally and easily. We want to be touched by it every day. It's a good kind of greedy. It's the kind of greedy that says, this is what I'm worth, and I know it, and I want it reflected in my life. And you're feeling that so very strongly in June. It's protective, it's soft. Your heart feels so bold. You just want more of it. It's not the bad greedy, honey, it's the good greedy. This is what's right for me. And I'm pulling it in because I need it. I need more of it. Determined to get it too. You're going to want that love as a fixture in your life. It's stable when it shows up for you every day. You're going to want the touch of it. You're going to want the feel of it every day. You're going to want access to it every day. King, Queen of Pentacles, they want access to their shit, right? And that's not a bad thing. So this Queen of Pentacles saying, I want access to that heart. And I need to see it more in my life as a permanent fixture. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. So you're going for it. It's decided. I can't get you out from under the deck, honey. Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. You have decided upon this course of action. What you're manifesting, in reality, this is how it expresses itself in the 3T. What your energy is requiring. The point is it knows what it's requiring. You know what you need now. You know you need love. And you are a human being. You deserve love and to be loved. But you have to know your worth. And that means putting your real world actions where your money is. Right? To be so crude. But that's your knight. Doing what he does. And I see you extracting that kind of energy from someone who represents that Nine of Pentacles. One of my favorites. Strong sense of independence and will. Someone who is fruitful, someone who is very capable, someone who can stand on their own 2 feet. They might be a bit of a homebody. That's all right. They represent more of that pentacle energy, and it says that they are stable, and they know that. They know how to do what's right for them. Again, strong sense of independence. They may have already have built their own little kingdoms. It looks fruitful. If that's true, then it's fruitful. They know that. That's why they look relaxed. That's great. And they are representing that energy that you would pull in more for yourself. And I love it. I think you do too. So here's what you're feeling spiritually and emotionally. Here's the action to back it up. This is what things look like on a spiritual level. This is how they look like in the real plane of existence. I see people with chariots all the time. That doesn't mean they give them permission to move forward. I see chariots all the time, honey. All the time. The Ace of Cups is our purest heart of best intentions. Okay? And when it becomes full, it breaks off, becomes 2. The Chariot is our boldest movement through the best of our love. What we're supposed to allow ourselves to do through love. The Chariot is bold. It is swift. It's willing to take risks on the road. Because it says, this is what's right for me, so I navigate towards it. You're telling me very strongly you know what you are best meant to navigate towards. With strength of heart, firmness of conviction, with that Queen of Pentacles energy. Saying, I want it. Then the energy is released. into the real world. Don't let that Page of Wands deter you. I see it as them responding to your efforts. Okay? I can see it as them responding to your efforts. That Page of Wands says curious, interest, intrigue. You have my attention. Okay. Okay. Let's make it happen. So it comes from a place of independence, so I trust it. This is quite a thing. A lot of lessons are coming home for you. They're wrapping up for you in May. Now, I'm saying they're wrapping up. You'll never be done with lessons. You know, once you ace the class, right? You graduate, now you got to go apply them. Here's the application. Lessons learned, finalized, crystallized. The most impossible of situations are actually quite possible. It depends on how much work we put into them, and thus we put into ourselves. So it's either worthy of that energetic application or it isn't. It very much is. We're expressing ourselves very strongly to this person in June. Particularly the movement. Particularly the movement. Demonstrating our movement. I'm not saying there wasn't any movement up until that. What looks like mostly to me is you two showing me heavy healing and reconstruction efforts over the next several months, and then the activity becomes less formal. I suppose I'm trying to say over the summer, where it loosens up. And I see more activity, like physical activity, for you both in June. And it's done so for the right reasons. Okay, let's move on to your sun. Show me the sun, please. Show me Gemini sun. Show me Gemini sun. Show me Gemini sun. I already know. I got a good look at it. Some of it. But I would like to move you off this grid. I want to see other areas in your life. I want to see goals. I want to see work. I want to see family. Show me the sun, please. I know that this is very important to you. I know. And it represents a major spiritual lesson. I do not deny that whatsoever. And then also you're showing me the 3D energy to back it up. Right? Action, strides. There it is again. Actions and strides, intentions. It's not just you. It's the both of you, obviously. I see them responding. But I'm not looking at their heart space. I'm looking at yours and the ferociousness of it and the beauty of it and the realness of it and even the rawness of it. But here's the thing. It's not random either. That King, Queen of Pentacles aren't really known for being random. They're not really known for that. They tend to aim their vehicles accordingly. Show me the sun, please. Show me the sun, please, for Gemini. Show me the sun, please. That's an interesting split. Show me the sun, please. 2 of Wands. Waiting. 5 of Wands. 4 of Cups. Yeah. It's been a hard road for you to discover what your sun is, to really allow you to accept it. It meant you kind of waiting on yourself and pushing past your own frustrations with the 5 of Wands. And allowing yourself to understand that you have been disappointed. Yeah, and that does take an effort. Absolutely. Especially if you're someone who identifies as having a great deal of pride. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just in that sense that some people have a hard time admitting that they're unhappy. And they will fight that knowledge. And I'm looking at a Gemini who fought that knowledge for a long time about what your sun was. You fought that knowledge for a while as it relates to your happiness. You put up a hell of a resistance. I'm not disappointed or frustrated by this. I'm not disappointed or frustrated by this. I am not disappointed or frustrated by this. It's not my son. Not my son. Not my son, Christina. Take a note. Not my son. That's where all that healing comes in. Especially if we saw the situation previously as an impossible to balance situation. Yeah, we're going to fight those feelings of disappointment. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. We know now that's not true. So, at what point you two started to heal? Again, it didn't happen April 1st, and it sure hell didn't happen May 1st. It's a continuation. Doesn't matter. You're kind of back in your sun mode. What else, please? Whether this person has been with you for a day or years, I could not say, but I'm going to go ahead and take a crack. Years. I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at that. I'm going to just call it years. What else, please, for the sun? What else, please? I don't know. I don't know if they're your husband or wife. I don't know if they're boyfriend or girlfriend. I just see they do come across as single and independent. So I don't know that it's like that. But they have a great deal of standing in your eyes. It's almost like they're your spiritual partner, a spiritual wife or a spiritual husband. And how it comes out in 3D is, well, they're not attached, and I know that, and they kind of stand on, they do their own thing, you know, and I respect that about them. I'm crazy about them. I know what their worth is, and I need to see. I know my worth too now. P.S. Magician, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and I need to pursue that which reflects me. Yes, I agree. I do very much so. So yeah, it's you know how it is. You ever heard that phrase? That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. It takes me a minute. All right, you've heard that phrase. Like, that's my work husband or that's my work wife, because you see that person every day. Shit gets real with that person every day. Like, you two have to work through conflicts every day at work, solving other people's bullshit, and you two are like a tag team at work, and everybody knows it. Like, that's like at work, you're like, you and me. Everybody else, stupid, but you and me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they don't know what the hell they're doing, but we know what's up. That's a legit thing, and that is a real thing, and that's a very good chance that that person's part of your soul tribe when people sync like that, even at work. It's great. It's beautiful. You get a lot of productive energy out of that. But outside of that context, it feels like that. Like, this is your spiritual wife or your spiritual husband, and you two have been through some shit. Energetically and spiritually. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Gemini. That's exactly what it is. So it's harder to define you two in the 3D. It really is, because your spiritual connectivity is so strong, and it was realized over time with a lot of healing efforts for you to both work through your shit. And it's like you two are like the ultimate spiritual tag team of partners. But in 3D, it comes out to, I'm going to start bringing this more into my world now. Not just at the energetic level or the spiritual level. I've learned the lessons. I've learned them very well. Let's apply, because you have such a strong notes of self-worth. I need to manifest what my worth is. This person is my worth. Got it? Okay, there you go. Sorry, I know that took me a minute, but that was pretty... Oh no! You thought that shit was over! And there it is again. More of that King of Wands energy. Scorpio's here, by the way. I'm pretty sure I pointed that out at some point. But yeah, Scorpio's here for sure. For some of you, absolutely. We got a lot of major players here today. Oh my God. Oh no. You're like, no. It's finito. It's an No, it doesn't upset me. It does not frustrate me. It does not disappoint me at all. And you know where that was coming from is because from that Page of Swords point of view, this was such an impossible situation in your mind. It was just easier to say it doesn't affect me. It's just easier to say it's lost. It's just lost. Let's call it a loss. Just call it. I know. So what changed that point of view? Let's look at that. Let's change that point. Where did that start? Where did that Page of Swords start dropping off and pick up in energy? When did we start seeing that we could balance this? When did we stop thinking our son's over? Our son's dead. It's over. I know it is. Don't fuck with it. Leave it alone. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. It's not my son. So at what point did that, it transformed? I see that. I get that. At some point it transformed. It did. And those transformation efforts might have been grueling. They might have run you through the gauntlet. They might have run you both of you through the gauntlet. And then you came out the other side spectacularly. So I know it's like I thought, you really thought my son was lost for a minute or a while. But it's so different now. Some transformation took place. The right kind. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and see that tower. Let's go ahead and see that tower, please. Let's go ahead and see that tower, please. We had to kill that sense of disappointment and that this is a hopeless situation. We had to kill that sense of lethargy and that there's nothing I can do. We had to kill that sense of waiting and frustration and there's nothing I can do to resolve or fix this. We had to kill those thoughts. It's so very tempting to stay there, honey. That Four Cups, it's amazing how many people get lost to it. I see it all the time. Perpetually disappointed, never happy, never satisfied. The cup is what you make of it. What you both made of it. And you two, being the spiritual husband and wife that you are, we're like, I'm not done with this fucking cup. Are you? No. You want to work through some shit? Okay. And obviously it's magnified much higher than that. Okay, show me the tower, please. I'm really enjoying your reading today. I am. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really enjoying it. All right, show me the tower, please. Six of Swords, row, row, row your boat. I'm done with the shit. And then it came right back to it. Much to your surprise. So let me explain something to you. I know I got to do this more often because it confuses people about the 3 months. So here I'm seeing what is supposed to be a kind of intended linear timeline. The energy underneath that is non-linear, right? The sun, tower, judgment. These are all non-linear concepts. They happen when they happen. They shift when they shift. And it affects how we experience things according to the human calendar. Understand? So I'm getting the backstory. I told you I'm not trying to dwell on the past. I wanted to see you focus on other things because this seems to be playing out on the way it needs to play out. Sincerity and effort of engagement on both sides. Okay? Beautiful. Let's keep that up. But yeah, there was this like, I'm out of here, row, row, row your boat. It hurts too much. World. Whoop. Oh no, I thought we was done with it, huh? Yeah, I know. You've told me that many times. I'm not laughing at you. It's just, yeah, it was a surprise to you too. You didn't see it coming. I know. I know. You didn't see that coming either, did you? It's like, row, row, row your boat. I'm out of this stuff. It hurts too much. Oh, the world. But also you are showing me, okay, we moved away from this, but I don't want it to be cyclic. I agree. So if we're going to re-enter old cycles, they better look different. They better feel different. They better be more representation of our higher selves and the best parts of ourselves. So given this high level of activity, are you two soul bonded? 100%, for sure. There's a lot of spiritual connectivity here between the two of you. So if there was ever meant to be a re-entry in it, it needs to serve a purpose. If it's going to serve a purpose, that means two people have to do the work. Guess what I've been saying this whole time? Okay. We on the same page? Cool. All right. Judgment. Decisions made. Okay, I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. That caught my attention. Somebody had to spiritually authorize cooperation. Partnership starting out small. Again, that could have been more on the side of March. Okay. All right. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment, please. Yeah, so I said that's for some of you. That's the case. 100%. That's that King of Pentacles energy. All right. Starting out small. Cooperative effort. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, boundaries, the Fool. Very good, very good. Standing up for yourself, standing up for this. Again, it started out, or it looks like it got reacquainted under the form of partnership, cooperation. Work with me, I'll work with you, and look what it led to. But yeah, judgment, it is a judgment, 100%. It's a judgment call, and I believe it's on your part, their part too, okay? Perhaps the both of you. It was a judgment call to stand up for something. To fight for it, to activate for it, and allow yourself to release the energy for it, okay? And yeah, it was a judgment call that is going to serve you well. Both of you, I believe. So we have the Seven of Wands, typically interpreted as boundaries, being a little pushy, offy, but in this sense, standing up for what literally feels right, okay? So we're standing up for what literally... Some of you have runner's legs? Why are they showing me that? Some of you are going to have a marathon? Some of you are really trained. Some of you are athletic. You're very athletic, some of you are. They keep showing me that. Some of you are very lean. Lean? You're very lean. You kind of take pride, or a lot of pride, on your physical appearance, but not like face, body. Not your face, the body. This is so weird. It is so freaking bizarre. I'm sorry. It is very specific. If you don't resonate with it, I understand. It's something about taking pride that you've always maintained a certain body type or weight. Something like that. I don't know why that's coming through, but it's... I don't know why that's... I don't know. Some of you you professionally train, and your physique is very important to you. Leanness, so lean. Fast. How odd. That just came through really strongly, very strongly, very strongly, very strongly. Why is that so strong? Some of you do like a good run, or you're very athletic. Okay. That's how they know you? It's one of your identifying characteristics? That's how they know you? Perhaps you two are in the same gig that way? Perhaps that's how you two met? That's how they identify you in the general sense? That's for some of you, not all of you. They're telling me it's a recognition. It's a recognition feature for people who are outside looking in on you. Something like that. Okay. Cool. That may or may not apply. That was very specific. It just kind of flew in on my peripheral. All right, so yeah, it's absolutely back to the reading. So in the judgment sense, it's a judgment call. Yes, 100%. To stand up for what you believe in makes you feel right, and more importantly, makes you feel spiritually inclined to open up. Yes, those are all good features, and yes, that is absolutely a decision. If it feels right to you, and it makes you feel more open to the world and not closed off, then it's a choice to stand up for it. And so you are. And in this respect, you are showing yourself balance too. Some of you always wanted to do cliff diving? I don't know where it's coming from. Some of you always wanted to do cliff diving? Honey, you would. Honestly? Honestly, yeah. Gemini, yeah, I would love to do some cliff diving, Christina. I'm terrified of heights personally, so there's no way I'd ever do that. I am terrified of heights. I really am. It's, that's one of my, so the idea of that freaks me out, but some of you are like, oh, hell yeah, I'd always wanted to do that. I'm terrified of heights, though. It's horrible. It's horrible. It is so bad, you guys. I get dizzy and everything. It is mortifying. I hate it. I hate that I have such a strong reaction to heights, but it's something about it that throws my inner ear off, and then I get dizzy. I don't, so that sucks. So the probability of my, this is so embarrassing. The probability of my fainting goes way up. My fear of falling goes way up when I'm stimulated like that from heights. So there you go. Figures. And now you know a little bit more about me. Apologies. Okay. Anything else, please, in the general sense? Anything else, please, in the general sense? Anything else? Ace of Wands, the Tower, Ten of Cups. Woo! Honey, I know it don't seem that way. I know it. I know it don't seem that way. Life is funny like that. That's just the way life is. What seems like it starts out as something that is passionate and invigorating, come to find out, could be the greatest emotional magnum opus of your life. The completion of your emotional life work in terms of love, life, and the glory of it all. So what starts out, I know, what seems to present itself as a very strong case of passion, and we think things like that are not sustainable, or that we're just attracted to them for their beauty or looks, etc. You know how Ace of Wandsy they make us? You should know what I mean when I say that. Do you know what that means? Ace of Wandsy. What starts out as somebody making us very stiff, surprise, can actually sometimes turn out to something much more. That's just a rough translation. It's a rough translation. I know. And sometimes things do start out like that. It's like, whoa, this is really passionate. This is really intense. This is, whoo, ooh da lolly. It can't be all that. Sometimes that Ace of Wands is, that old stiffy, is sometimes our best indication of where we're supposed to head. Are these jokes doing anything for you? Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different, happy to be so. I do believe in real tarot over life, but I also have a sense of humor. Some people like it. But yeah, I know. What starts out, it seems like it's just all passion. Turns into something so much bigger. Emotional harmony, bliss. Bliss. Family, home, the picket fence, all that jazz. All that jazz. And it started with a decision for you to stand up for what you wanted to open yourself up to. And I see you directly manifesting more of their energy, P.S., in June, but in the physical, okay? It's nothing crazy, but it seems to really start to accumulate in more viable, I can see it, efforts in June, okay? All right, is there, I'm telling you, some of you got some Taurus in your chart, or you connect into one. A lot of major players are here today, though. Oh. For those of you who was like, tell us, Christina, tell us what's on. Okay. We got you, Taurus, Leo, more Taurus, Libra, Sag, Cancer, damn strong dash of Scorpio. A lot of it. There you go. Okay. I think that's about it, you guys. Other than some oracles. Really? It's been an hour? I had no idea. You didn't know? Okay. Perhaps you could not see it at the time. How structurally valuable it would become to your Ten of Pentacles, your foundation. Perhaps you did not know. Perhaps you were not willing to see how much this person, there they are again, could fit into your life. Or that they would have any long-standing or any sort of longevity in your life. Perhaps you really could not see it. Or you didn't know how they You didn't know how they fit into your life. Yeah. Yeah. And then one day they do. You know? It's like it's really hard to incorporate this person into my world. It's really hard. Or they felt that same way about you. It's really hard to incorporate Gemini into my world or me into theirs. I just don't see my place in it. You didn't see your place in it either. And then, you know, but our spiritual energy is so much bigger than our 3D selves, clearly. Okay, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Despite the struggles, despite the hardship, you both want to pull it in. That's what she said. I know. I know. Where does all that talent come from? I don't know. I don't know. Where does all that... I don't know, honey. I don't know. I'm a natural. What can I say? I'm a natural. Okay. Yes. You know. It's a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. What can I say? Anything else in here, please? For... I like that. There is spiritual wife, spiritual husband. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we want to bring more of this. It's like, you know, man. You fucking know. Right here. You know their worth. You know your worth. And you're like, I need to see my worth in real life. And they are a reflection of that worth, by God. I need them in this thing I call the life. I need them there. And I need to see more of them there. It felt like the impossible situation to incorporate each other into your foundations, your worlds, etc. But I'm telling you, there's a merging point here. There's a merging point here where all that spiritual and emotional interplay becomes more grounded. It does. Okay. And your sun is possible once more. I like that. See, there was. I know, there was. I saw that right there under your sun. By all rights, and in theory, there was separation here, but it was under a transformative state. This happened prior to April. I know. Some of that a couple of times. We longed for each other, even while in separation, the both of you. Okay. It was closed off, guarded, resistance, you, them, the both of you. That's something that you both had to work through about being closed off. Okay? But yes, of course, there was huge chemistry and passion. That was already indicated here, and your energy's already indicated that to me. That's how this was marked, right? Initially. And that tower took a long time to drop. What started here is, okay, this is hot. Really hot. I'm not gonna lie. We got chemistry. Oh, so that tower, that took some time to develop. It started here, can end up here. And when connections are this damn strong and frustrating and intriguing, we long for each other even in separation, not just on one side, but both parties. It's not done. It's not supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be. So again, our 3D energy is like, I know what's up. That's just like hotness. That's just sexy sexiness, right? That's it. That's all it is. It was a little more than that. It was a little more than that. You both felt it. The worth of each other. Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, I saw that heavily for you. Very much so. I know you value this. I see it, honey. I know you value stability principles, and connections like this can run contrary to stability principle because on the surface it don't make sense. I know. Trust me, I know. And there you go. So it's like, yeah, this is a brand new opportunity. It is a brand new opportunity, so let's make the best of it, yeah. I know. I get it, trust me. Okay, and some of you are the masculine. You're like, I'm the masculine, yes. All right, be careful. I'm the masculine. Well, I'll tell you what. The masculine typically takes the hardest knocks. You know why? Masculine. Masculines tend to take it... Sorry, let me rephrase that. Masculines sometimes, because of that strong will and insistence, can actually have the hardest falls. That masculine energy serves a purpose, just like feminine energy does. But yes, like everything in all energies, everywhere, tarot, life, if you have pros, you have cons. That's just, it's the great balance. It is the great balance of this life. You cannot have one without the other. The point is, who is your balance? Who is your counterbalance? Who is your counterbalance? Who balances out your masculine energy, right? But in a way that is a reflection of your worth. You know? Yeah, I said it. I'm just getting that. I'm not saying you got a six-pack or anything like that. I'm saying that it's coming across heavily that somebody's physical form is a form of pride. Particularly the size of their physique. Weight. Yeah, I know. Someone feels rejected. I feel like that's your person. At some point they felt like there was rejection on their side. That they felt fragmented. Yeah. And that they feel like somebody here was part of control tactics. Okay. They might have felt at some point that too much of their energy when it came to you was under control. Or they felt that things were being maneuvered or shaping in a certain way that they didn't, that made them feel rejected. Okay. All right, I don't want to go too much far into it. It seems to be going further into the past. So let's wind up with some charms. I do see that more as your person. Okay. They have a sense of rejection when it comes to you. And they felt that the connection was being controlled in a certain way that they couldn't understand. I don't know. I just don't think that's you. I think it's your person. And that's one of the things that they had to work through with you. FTRN. Ooh, lots of initials. Big masculine glasses. Oh, my favorite. I like those. They're so cute. Virgo, dear Capricorn, Taurus. Also that tentativeness, the shyness, the apprehension, the hesitation. I feel like that's, again, more of them. I don't think they're an earth sign. I think that there's the hesitation and the vulnerability. Okay. Ambitious. Yes. Someone here is terribly ambitious. They've been marked with ambition. Strong will. Somebody here, I feel like it's them, just because they felt rejection or fragmented or they have their own anxieties, doesn't mean that they don't have a strong sense of independence. But yeah, it could be you. Capricorn energy in the general sense, but I'm getting ambitious specifically. Somebody here is very ambitious. A lot of drives. Okay. Taurus. Okay. The initiator. The initiator. Intuitive. Someone here is highly intuitive. Initiation through intuition. Masculine. Okay, the masculine and feminine glasses. So yeah, it's a matching pair. You both wear glasses. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, the big masculine and the small feminine. That's so cute. With matching pairs. That's great. Okay, and cloud silver lining. Could be clouded where you are right now, but there's a silver lining in all this. There is. Okay. I.e. Okay. That's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. Not around this channel. not around this channel. An hour and 10 minutes? That's not bad. All right, you guys. You put in the comments as you see fit. The next round of readings, approximately 2 weeks now for you, will be Intimate Tarot. I don't know that I'll necessarily see a continuation of this. It might be turning into a completely different group of Geminis. I do not know. But regardless, I always look forward to it, and it is a channel favorite. The next round of 3-month readings, of course, will not be till another 3 months. Okay? But you guys, just continue on in this way. Heavy emphasis on connectivity, allowing it to happen, allowing it to speak for itself, you two working through some very intense energies that are pre-existing to this, and that energy carries over. And then we start incorporating more and more of the principles of what we want, what's right for us, and what's a good reflection of our self-worth, and actually applying it in the 3D more so in the summer. There seems to be some physical connectivity there that happens rapidly, correctly, and it's just right. Okay, it's just right. I'm not saying you're not physically engaging here, April and May. It's more about appreciating the connectivity for what it is and allowing it to flow through, learning our lessons, and kind of working through, the both of you, your particular sword damage. So they have 9 of Swords stuff, you had 8 of Swords stuff. And then it's looking like there's a retroactive sun here that we both thought was dead. So we have to work through that transformative energy. So you have enough to be getting on with, is my point. Okay, from a healing perspective and a tarot perspective, that's enough for the next couple of months to be working with. Okay? You guys, like I said, put in the comments as you see fit. I hope this helped. Take care. Be well.